So a question that commonly comes up, or a discussion that commonly comes up when people are talking about the devil, the antichrist, the end times, and all those things, is the mark of the beast. And what is it? Do we see it in our society? Is there any sign of it? I really do want to bring something to your attention real quick, and hopefully this video will be a blessing to you. And so stick around when we talk about the mark of the beast. What's up, folks? My name is Caldwin. Do us a favor, first thing first, give us the like, help us grow chickens, especially since the fact that I am a Russian and I want you to help us to grow the chickens. If we do not grow the chickens, the plants, the flowers, all of these things, they die, but we need the chickens. Anyways, more importantly than growing chickens and getting likes, my friends, we see these end times, we're seeing stuff with the end times all the time, and I really just want to get straight to the point here because a lot of people are very drawn to this topic, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing that they're drawn to it. I just want to throw these verses in our eyeballs so we can see it. That first things first, Revelation chapter 13 is about the antichrist, about the devil. It's about the one world government, religion, society, all those things. And you ought to see that as he causes all to worship the image of the beast, the worship that is going on in the world and society today is hyper focused on worship, yes, but it's also about not worshiping the God of the Bible. And he causes all, both small, great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Let him that understandeth count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, it is this number, 666. We always heard somebody say something about like 666 in their rap songs and all those things. Mark of the beast, they would do a little thing with their hands or whatever. I want to throw this thought out at you. Is there a possibility that during COVID-19, the COVID shots and the way the spirit of society was aggressively force-feeding you to get this COVID shot, is there a chance that that is a spirit that is working within man? I think that there's a high chance that it is the spirit working in man. And we see in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7, which is a passage about the Antichrist, by the way, about worshiping and exalting himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped. Look at verse 7 with me. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. What does that mean? From the state of where society is to right now, it has to get to this point where the Antichrist is exalted, is in the throne of God, is worshipped by everybody that is not saved, is worshipped by everybody. And what is going to bring us from point A to point B? The sin that works within man. We see that in Ephesians chapter 2, and I'm going to give you a little video about Amazon 1. It says, in time past, you walked according to the course of this world. This world is going through a course. It's going through a pattern, a mapped out road. It's going from point A to point B. Jesus Christ called it the broad and destructive path, the broad and destructive way. And that broad and destructive road has wide inclusiveness, but Jesus Christ is the way of the straight and narrow road. He is the only way. His gospel is the only way for you to get to the path that leadeth to life, and few there be that find it. But the spirit that now works in the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, and the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Let me throw this thought out at you. When I had, no symptoms of COVID, I was still a bigot, a hateful, evil person for not getting a COVID shot. And when I did, there was no difference whatsoever. But it was the thing that our society forced on us. It was a forced thing. And it was in our workplaces. It was in New York City. I couldn't leave the airport of New York, according to the news. I couldn't leave the airport of New York without being poked. Hey, do you have your COVID shot thing with you? Bring the paper with you. That was in New York's airport. Oh, I think Long Island, MacArthur Airport. But that being said, what I want to show you guys is this cute little video right here about a thing called Amazon 1.
This is Zoe. Just like you, she uses lots of different cards and IDs to get through her day. What if all Zoe needed was herself? Introducing Amazon One, a free service that lets you use your palm to quickly pay for things, gain access, earn rewards, and more. Let's say you're grabbing your favorite coffee beverage, or heading into the office, or checking out. Just hover your palm and you're on your way. It's as easy as that. Sign up is free and takes less than a minute. All you need is a credit card, your phone number, and your palm. That's it. Since your palm is unique and can't be lost or misplaced, you can get things done quickly and securely. And with more experiences on the way, Amazon One will help you get even more done, simply by being you. Now, Zoe has more time to do what she loves: indoor skydiving. Enter, identify, and pay with Amazon One.
Okay, that's enough of that. So, what you guys just saw there was something very cute and happy-go-lucky. And listen to that music. We'll talk about music at a later date. Listen how innocent that music was in the presentation. I have never liked the idea of the bulgy characters replacing real characters on social media. But anyways, back to the text that we were talking about. Did you guys see how that was at first points very innocent, very, it's supposed to supplement your life. It's supposed to be a help. The devil's going to cause people to get that mark, and whoever doesn't get it will not be able to eat food. They will not be able to buy or sell. And any man that does not worship the image of the beast should be killed. I'm only pointing these out not so that I can just give you eschatology and end times Bible verses, but so that you can know the devil is real, not just Jesus Christ, but the devil is real. And he will deceive the whole world. He will deceive the whole world by the miracles that he does. Do you know what's very popular? Just a side note. You know what's very popular is the devil having preachers do very miraculous things, and then they believe a lie with that preacher because they did something miraculous, and they think, oh, this must be God. That's how he's going to deceive the whole world. And then as he does, they will get that mark in their hands, and the gospel will be far from any Christ that they preach. The forgiveness of sins and the uttermost salvation that you can have in this current time will be a background story to, the next miracle, the next blessing, the next increase, the next business plan, the next all those things. Just know this: when you receive the gospel message from a real preacher, just a side note, it'll change your life. You'll know for sure you're going to heaven when you die. You won't be afraid of these end times prophecies anymore, because whatever happens, you'll be safe in Christ. That's what the gospel is supposed to assure you of. But the devil wants you to be afraid of these verses right here. The devil wants you to be allured to the antichrist stuff that is very alluring. Hey, YouTube videos about the antichrist are always attractive, right? They're always interesting because 666, right? They're doing this all the time. Bro, I'm just telling you, when you get saved, you're not afraid of the devil. You're not afraid of the antichrist. But I just wanted to throw those thoughts out there and just make the direct connection. What you're seeing in the world is very much steps toward the mark of the beast. You heard it here first. The COVID shot, the Aldi QR code where they wouldn't let the people inside in UK unless they had the QR code on their phone. That kind of stuff right there is a direct correlation to Revelation 13, verse 17, where they must have the mark of the beast in their right hand or in their foreheads. Are there more videos about potential mark of the beast candidates and things like that? Yes, there are. The hovering hand, all those things. But just make the direct correlation in your mind. It will at first sound and be innocent, and then it's going to be forced, because that's the way the devil always works. Sin was at one point free, and then it's something you must do. You're attached to it. You can't leave it. You must have it. That's the way the devil always works, but Jesus Christ came to set us free from sin. And therefore the devil can't have us anymore. He can't control us anymore. His spirit doesn't work in us anymore. The Spirit of God works within us to separate us from those things. And so I don't know where else to tell you besides this, 2 Corinthians. If you really believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ, if you really want salvation, you want eternity, after you get saved, you need to remember this verse right here, 2 Corinthians 6, verse 14 to 18. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. What fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? And what concord hath Christ with Belial? What part hath he believeth with an infidel? And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God. Do not get the devil's mark in your hand or your forehead, or don't even consider it. You are the temple of the living God. As God has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. When you get saved, you do not belong to this world anymore. Your body is not your own, the Bible tells us. Know ye not that Christ dwells within you, and ye are not your own. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. You don't need to touch their mark or any of those things. Don't touch it. And he will be a father unto you. And ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. Just wanted to give some good Bibles to you while you see these end times prophecies to let you know. When you get saved, you're supposed to separate from the world, separate from their way of thinking, separate from all those things. We even did a great message on that on our YouTube page.
This is
God
Zoe.
hath set free, not too far down there in the video section, but whom God hath set free. If you ever need a good message about separating from the world in your mind and your heart, you want that message. It'll be a blessing to you. But I just wanted to show you guys these end times prophecies and let you guys know we're not afraid of the devil here. We're not afraid of the technology. We're not afraid of the mark of the beast. We're not afraid of any of those things because we have the gospel of Jesus Christ in our hearts. All right, you guys, I hope that's a blessing to you. And do us a favor. Give us the like. Help us grow chickens.